On a stormy night in Madrid, November 27, 1992, at precisely 1:30 a.m., amid heavy rain pouring over the city, the local police received a chilling emergency call. On the line was a frantic voice, repeating the same terrifying words over and over. "It's in our house. Please come quickly." Sensing the urgency, dispatch immediately sent several officers to the given address. The location was apartment No. 8 on Luis Maran Street in the Vallecas district. When the officers arrived, they found the Gutierrez family huddled together in the rain, shivering and waiting for nearly 40 minutes outside their home. What could have terrified them so deeply that they'd rather endure a freezing downpour than stay inside their own house? Earlier that night, the Gutierrez family had just gone to bed when strange, loud noises began to echo from outside their bedroom door. The couple tried to get up and check, but to their horror, they realized they couldn't move a muscle. Worse yet, they felt cold, clammy hands gripping their feet, trying to drag them under the bed. It felt like sleep paralysis. Except this time, it was terrifyingly real. When they finally regained movement, they noticed the picture frames on the walls were falling one by one. Strange voices murmured outside the bedroom, and heavy footsteps echoed through the hallway. Then, an enormous shadow passed back and forth across the window. Terrified, the family grabbed their child and fled the apartment without looking back, calling the police from the pouring rain. Under the command of Captain Joes, 2 officers cautiously entered the dark apartment, flashlights in hand. When they switched on the lights, they were met with utter chaos. Furniture was overturned. Picture frames and decorations lay smashed across the floor. The bedroom mattress had been flung aside, covered in strange streaks of black sludge. The officers searched every room but found no sign of an intruder. What puzzled them was the randomness of the damage. It didn't resemble a normal burglary or act of vandalism. Then, they noticed something even stranger. All the picture frames in the house were upside down. The crucifix had fallen to the floor, but the wall hooks were still firmly intact, untouched. Suddenly, a thunderous crash came from the balcony, as if something heavy had landed there. At the same time, the living room cabinet door slowly creaked open on its own. Rushing to the balcony, the officers found no fallen objects. Outside, the night sky was pitch black. In deep, creeping fear spread through the apartment. Then, the officers themselves began to feel it. Severe dizziness, trembling, a chilling cold seeped into their bones. They struggled to breathe, overcome by a powerful sense of dread. Even the officers stationed outside felt their hearts racing inexplicably. Most unnerving of all, the crucifix, which Captain Joes had carefully rehung on the wall, was now hanging upside down again. Fearing for their own safety, the officers withdrew from the apartment. Captain Joes, a seasoned officer with decades of experience, had seen his fair share of strange cases, but this defied all explanation. Back at the station, Joes questioned the Gutierrez family further. It was then he learned the haunting truth. This wasn't the first time strange events had occurred in their home. For nearly a year, they had experienced unexplainable disturbances. But until that terrifying night, it had never escalated to this level. The family revealed a disturbing detail from the past. In March 1991, their eldest daughter, Estefana, had tried to comfort a grieving friend by conducting a seance with a Ouija board at school. They hoped to contact the spirit of their friend's deceased boyfriend. During the session, a teacher walked in and interrupted the ritual, shattering the board in the process. But as the saying goes, it is easy to invite spirits, but hard to send them back. From that day on, Estefana began hearing strange voices, seeing shadowy figures around her. She grew increasingly volatile, screaming at family members, locking herself in the bathroom for hours, claiming that a faceless figure was pulling at her every night. Her parents sought medical help, but nothing worked. Her health rapidly declined. 6 months later, she had to leave school. On July 14, 1991, Estefana locked herself in the bathroom once again. When her parents forced the door open, they found her unconscious. She died on the way to the hospital, but her death did not end the nightmare. The eerie phenomena that had once surrounded Estefana now engulfed the entire family. Until, finally, on that stormy night in November, the horror reached its peak, and the desperate family called the police. Captain Joes reviewed Estefana's autopsy report. The official cause of death was respiratory failure, but the report noted something chilling. Cause unknown. There was no explanation for how a young girl could suffocate alone in a locked bathroom. Further investigation of the neighborhood yielded no clues. Neighbors corroborated the family's testimony, and as for the sounds on the balcony, the cabinet opening, and the upside-down crucifix, none of it could be explained. Ultimately, the police advised the Gutierrez family to move out. In early 1993, the family left the apartment on Luis Marin Street. From that moment on, the paranormal activity ceased. Media coverage exploded. Debates and theories spread across Spain. To this day, Apartment No. 8 remains infamous, known as Spain's most chilling supernatural case, and the only one ever officially recorded by the police.